The 2-minute drill, he'll be talking with the Animals in New York. Over on ESPN2, it's Michigan State versus the Harlem Globetrotters. For Chris McKendry, Kenny Mayne, and a literal cast of thousands, I'm Trey Wingo. See ya.
Right, 42. Right, 42. Down.
Who holds the record for most? What two teams were playing in the NBA? Who was the second pick in the draft? Who is the only NBA player?
Welcome, sports fans. It's ESPN's 2-minute drill. You're watching game 15 of 17 in the qualifying portion of this tournament as we move toward Christmas Day and the road to the final three as we move on in the tournament. These three players are trying to be a guy who moves ahead. 5,000 winner tonight can move on to 10,000 in the specialty category at the end of the show. If you get all your questions right throughout the tournament, possibility of winning $200,000. So good luck on that. Right now, though, I want to introduce the folks who are going to be asking you the questions. To the far end here, the great baseball player, Steve Garvey. Please welcome him. And the thing that always stuck out with me, besides your great play on the field, remember that junior high was named after you. Is it still in business?
That's right, Kenny. It's been 22 years now. I was on the final ballot with Elton John and Elvis Presley and won. The name of the school, Steve Garvey Junior High. We named the library after Tom Lasorda. In retrospect, it should have been the cafeteria, I think. So.
All right, well, thanks for coming out here and firing off the questions. Dr. Jack Ramsey, NBA champion and analyst on ESPN, is with us. Anything named after you?
Just my mailbox, Kenny.
And one of your sons?
Yeah, my older son is named John.
All right. We're happy to have you with us, a returning veteran of this show, as is Tom Jackson, NFL great, and now an analyst with Tackle Football and ESPN. What did you learn from the show? It's tough sitting over that chair.
Well, I'm just trying to make the cut, get to the championship round. That's my...
And a pioneer of this is Mike Greenberg from ESPN Radio's Mike and the Mike Show. I mean, you were back in the day when you were practicing the show.
Oh, yeah, this show was exciting when we did it in the conference room in a building, and it's only gotten better since then.
All right, thanks for being a part of this. Hope to see you again, but right now stay, and we'll see you continuing in this show. Right now we're going to start the show after somewhat Pall Mall opening. Come on up here. It's Rob Pineda, all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In fact, all of our contestants today are coming from far across this great land of ours. You travel a lot, and it says you love Philadelphia sports. Kind of a rough crowd down there, at least it comes that way through the TV set.
It is a rough crowd, but I think the fans are really passionate about their sports, and a few select fans maybe go too far, but for the most part the fans are just passionate and animated about their teams.
All right, keep it under control while you're in that show.
I'll try.
Your specialty, the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. I mentioned the specialty as I did earlier here because if you get to the end of the show, you get a chance to try to double your money. All right, the way the game works is if you get a question correct, you get a point. If you don't, you don't. Got it?
Got it.
Pretty complicated rules also. If you miss, you have to go elsewhere before you can come back. All right, let's start with the categories. To the far end, Steve Garvey with baseball Ironmen. He was one of those. Jack Ramsey with some Big Ten hoops. Tom Jackson, NFLers in the booth. We got a lot in the ESPN. I remember when Sports Illustrated were over the 53-man limit, had to make some cuts.
Just try to stay off IR.
But we love watching you guys. Mike Greenberg, very superstitious, not with Stevie Wonder, although I'm a big fan. This is athletes who have some superstitions in sport. Okay, you set?
I'm ready.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Jack.
Which Michigan State guard was named MVP of the 2000?
Incorrect.
Jack.
Which Big Ten school won the men's basketball national title in '81 and '87?
Indiana.
Correct.
Jack.
Which Ohio State point guard did the Atlanta Hawks select with the second-to-last pick in the 2000 NBA draft?
Correct.
Jack.
Which men's basketball team won the Big Ten Conference title in '94, '95, '96?
Ohio State.
Purdue. Go elsewhere.
Steve.
Whose record for consecutive games played did Cal Ripken Jr. break in 1995?
Ty Cobb.
Lou Gehrig.
Tom.
Of the broadcasters in ABC's booth for the 2000 Monday Night Football season, who is the only man who had played professional sport?
Dan Fouts.
Correct.
Tom.
After a severe neck injury ended his NFL career in 1994, which receiver became an ESPN studio analyst?
Pass. Jack.
Sterling.
Which Big Ten's men's basketball team did not have a single conference win in the '99-2000 season?
Northwestern.
Correct. He's
Mike.
done.
Which 5-time NBA MVP wore his college shorts under his Bulls uniform?
Michael Jordan.
Correct.
Mike.
Which 1996 Olympic women's basketballer wore her hair in a French braid throughout her collegiate winning streak at UConn?
Pass.
Lobo.
Steve.
In 1983, which Padres first baseman ended his consecutive game streak
Steve
at
Garvey.
1207?
Steve.
Over his 22-season career, which St. Louis Cardinal great played in 895 straight games?
Pass. Tom.
Usual.
NFL analyst Randy Cross was an all-pro offensive
San Francisco.
Correct.
Tom.
NFL analyst Ron Jaworski, quarterback which team did their
Philadelphia
first
Eagles.
Super Bowl? Which NFL color man and former linebacker won 4 Super Bowls with the Raiders, 49ers?
Howie Long. Tom.
Matt Millen, go elsewhere.
Mike.
Which NFL quarterback's father changes living room seats while watching his son until the Colts score a touchdown?
Peyton Manning.
Archie Manning.
Steve.
In 1959, which Pirate hurler took a perfect game into the 13th inning only to lose the game?
Pass.
Harvey
Mike.
Haddix.
Which former 49ers Super Bowl winning coach superstitiously rocks out to Billy Idol before every game?
Steve Mariucci.
George Seifert on that last one there, but a good round. Some tough questions. You got 9 points. It was Sterling Sharp. The severe neck injury, I just said Sterling and didn't want to offend Sterling Sharp, a fine golfer and an analyst. All right, you got 9 points. You're in the lead. 2 other players are going to chase you when we come back after the commercial. Only 2 players carry on to the second round. Going to find out who they are when we come back on the 2-minute drill.
Time now for tonight's Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question. Here's the answer to tonight's Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question. ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Original Coors. When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors. And by Best Buy. When you're looking for more fun in your life, turn on the fun with the latest in digital technology at Best Buy.
We're back on the 2-minute drill. Now, during the break, the Law Lords made a ruling when Rob was up there earlier. He correctly said Peyton Manning on the question about the quarterback. When we told you it should have been Archie Manning. It was our fault for the poorly written question. Several people will be fired over this. You now have 10 points instead of 9, so that helped you out even during the break.